Oh no. It's kind that they gave me a resting spot between each phase, though.
I want to see how far you can run.
Well, sit back and enjoy the ride. At least I can heal, right? And they reloaded my Magnum for me. That was kind. Like, can you believe this? Can you believe this? But this is gonna just about be the game's coup de grace before I end the whole thing. Frickin' Kaysen. But hey, I'm healing even as I run, so can't complain too much, right? Oh boy. I don't know why it's frog. I like that he just falls off on that one. All the others he jumps, but that one he falls. I can't believe they're making me do this sequence again. That's cruel. God forbid I die on final form Kaysen and I have to do this again. Actually, I'd have to do all the bosses again. This is why I saved before coming in. Aha! I caught it that time. Frickin' Kaysen. I wonder if I should use the assault rifle on that little doll he holds, because it's kind of tough to tag it with the Magnum.
I'll squash you like a frog.
I'm not done with you. He falls off. Scrub. Because the Magnum, I did have to be generally precise, but with the assault rifle, I'll at least have more shots as we go. A final boss so nice, you fight him twice. Yeah, see, that came off as more of a lunge, but he just fell off the other time. I don't know. So are we done with this sequence soon? That's the part I want to know. Because I am really eager to get rid of this guy. What are you? Are there more of you? And what is your motivation? Like, why are you such a dick? Like, why are you such a dick? Is it for fun? You're just spreading chaos because you enjoy it? I don't freaking know, man. But anyway, we're out. And they gave me the bed again. I will say this about Kaysen, though. I appreciate that early in the game we established that we've been finding... Early in the game we've established that we have found many red seeds from all over before we even got to Greenvale. And yet George was the killer? How is that possible? He hasn't left town. Well, Kaysen allowed multiple killers to be around. He's been all around. Alright, I'll try the machine gun, and then if that's no good for damage, I'll use the Magnum. Oh, that is inadequate. Alright. That's still inadequate? Now I'm nervous. I got 2 shots off that time, though. Can I keep that up? Rats. I really love that he does his waves in such a way that they just don't hit me. Anyway. Yeah, that's the timing I want. Tag him as he recovers and then hit him for real. Rats. That wasn't even so bad. Oh yeah, it occurs to me, it's raining now. I blew it again, ladies and gentlemen. Freaking weirdo. Haha! You like that tracking? Reloaded, baby. Those lyrics, or the singer in the background. More damage. Oh, I got him. I got him. Pretty good. Pretty good. What sucks, though, is he's going to start regenerating. I'll have to reduce him again. At least I'm stopping him from attacking me. That's kind of nice, right? What does he say when he does that, if anything? It's just a weird sound to make. I really love that he just doesn't know how to aim. I'm getting some good shots in. I beat the dart side quest, I can beat this. Speaking of, remember, this is the last side quest in the game. At least the last one I'm doing. I could have theoretically done others earlier, then, I don't know, given the guitar away last, which would kind of be silly. Just the one? There it is. I love that he still has his pleasant accent as a demon. What is this pain? Fool. Almost there, at least for the first phase. Then I gotta hit his little action figure, which he carries for some reason. I don't know what that's all about.
What's this pain?
Submachine gun. You know, he hides the thing. It's a legitimately tricky spot. I gotta give him credit for that. It's very hard to find.
You're an annoying little bug.
I like that though. He has his hand up. Ah, not here anymore. It's very hard to see. Fight me, bro. I don't know if that actually helps. Slam. Oh, I forgot about the waves, but it just didn't matter anyway. It's fine. Now I gotta aim super fast as I do the killabilly thing.
What do you think you're doing?
Got him. And what's my reward? You are reading that correctly. Rocket-propelled grenade. Attack super high. That might be a new one. Not that I needed any more, but oh man, come on, that's so satisfying. That's so satisfying. Alright, we're done. Anything for all trophies? Huh. Anyway, just for fun. Oh my goodness. I don't think I need weapons anymore. It's time to end the game.
York, tonight I'm going to sleep like a baby.
You know, considering that Emily's dead, do you think the Emily in the interludes is York's kid or grandkid?
Zach, it's over. All finished. It's time for you to leave town. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Then this is goodbye, Zach. Thank you for everything. Good night, Zach. And sleep tight.
Wow, Forrest is there in the black and white picture.
Polly, what's that picture?
Oh, that. We took it when the clock tower was built.
50 years ago?
That's right. That's me in the middle. I was pretty popular back then. Men were always around me.
Crazy.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Just sign here, please. Mr. Morgan? Mr. Morgan!
Oh, I'm sorry, Polly. I was just thinking of a friend. Someone who was with me for a long, long time.
He must have been a really good friend then. Otherwise, why else would you remember him at a time like this?
Indeed. We used to fight, but he really was a good person. He's gone now, though. Gone away to a place where we can't meet again.
I'm sorry to hear that, but if he's a friend of yours, I'm sure he's getting on just fine.
Thank you, Polly. You know what? I think so, too.
What are we going to report to the FBI? We slayed a demon? Remember, we got our car on a side quest. We didn't necessarily have it in this plot scene. I don't know what we expect to do with... Aww. Wait, what? Oh. Interesting. I don't know if that's necessarily sequel bait, but there is a Deadly Premonition too. Who knows? Maybe we'll find out what that is someday.
Did Emily die?
No. She became the goddess of the forest. Even now, she is still in the forest with York. She watches over the world from there.
Emily became a goddess.
That's right. Isn't that a lovely ending?
Hey, Grandpa, can I ask you something? What kind of person is York?
York is a real nice guy. He's been a good friend of mine since I was small.
Like Mr. Teddy?
Yes, just like Mr. Teddy. A very important friend.
Oh, that's pretty nice. We have our credits. That's the game, ladies and gentlemen. You may remember, though, of course, one thing is still unresolved.
Emily!
Oh.
It's almost time for dinner. Take your grandfather's dinner up to him, will you?
Yes, Mom.
Maybe I should let these play then.
How's your grandfather doing?
I don't know. He's calling me Emily again.
Oh.
Dear, he must be losing his memory. You are Louise, honey. Michelle Louise Morgan. Not Emily. You know that, right?
I know my own name, Mom.
I know you do, baby. You're just so lovely, Louise. I'm sure that's why your grandfather mixes you up with a goddess.
Mom, where is the goddess?
I don't know, dear. I'm not much like your grandfather.
Is there even such a thing as a goddess?
I believe so, but I've never met one.
Mom, you're so pretty. You look like a goddess.
Oh, thank you, honey. If I am a goddess, then you are an angel.
I appreciate then that Louise, like, has her own thoughts on the matter, but just keeps them to herself to let the grandpa just say whatever it's gonna be. Location hunting, Washington and Oregon team. There we go. So they apparently actually checked out Washington? Oh, but that's right. We do have Washington license plates. So never mind. They actually went ahead and checked out Oregon? Because we were in Washington the whole time. They mentioned Seattle a couple times. I mean, as a nearby city, or as an other city at least. Weirdly intense music for this part of the credits. Maybe I should skip, but I'm afraid to. Oh my god, we're actually showing the alphabet. Forrest Kaysen, George Woodman, Harry, Isaac Isaiah, Jim, Keith, Lily, Michael, Nick, Olivia, Polly, Quint, Richard, Sally, Thomas, Usha, Valentine. It was Willie, huh? Xander, York, and Zach. Wow. Okay. I didn't realize they actually covered the whole alphabet. I was close, but not quite there. Oh, Zach Old was Jeff Kramer? Like, the same voice as Zach the whole time. He just did an old guy voice. Huh.
Mom, do you believe those stories that Grandpa tells?
You believe them, Louise? They're all just made-up stories, dear. All fiction, like your picture books.
So all my picture book stories aren't true?
Oh, don't twist things around, Louise. You just want to know everything, don't you? Here, take this dinner to your grandfather. Go on while it's still hot.
Mom, I understand what Grandpa's talking about. I've got Mr. Teddy, just like Grandpa's York.
Very nice, dear. Now off you go. Hold it straight or you'll spill the soup.
I've got it.
Thank you for playing! With 2 exclamation points. Episode 7 cleared. Platinum. Oh, it's Anna.
Zach, it's great to see you again. How many years has it been? I've been close to you the whole time. You probably couldn't see me, but you felt my presence nearby, right, Zach? I never thought you'd get married and have a family. Quite a surprise. I spent years honing my profiling skills, but I never saw that one coming. That's what makes humans so interesting. And that's why I just can't leave you guys alone. More than anything else. Seeing you look so happy is the best thing I could ever ask for. Anyway, Zach, did you see the newspaper today? As it turns out, over the last 3 months, there's been a string of bizarre incidents near New Orleans. Residents there are reporting a sudden strike of nausea, and then they completely lose control of their bodies. Some have already had 2 months of only being able to walk backwards. Does that make you feel anything? It makes me feel something. I know you feel it too, Zach.
So when do we leave?
Okay, Zach. I thought that's what you'd say. Well then. It's time to wake up, Zach.
Ooh, perhaps that was the sequel bait after all. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We cleared even the epilogue. And now there's just one thing left to do. Back to the main menu, but look at this.
Grandpa's gone! Where did he go?
Oh, wow. Wow. Would you look at that? We have a pleasant fireplace on the menu now. Grandpa's gone. Well. Little star. When it's all said and done, you get rest at the hotel. Yeah, well, I've done that. Now, why am I loading my file? Like I said during the credits, there's something that's still unresolved. And in fact, if I were playing the Xbox version, I would not yet have the Platinum for this reason. Let's go ahead and take a look at... I can't press down from load game. I press right, and I press right. That's clunky. But let's take a look at the special menu. Remember, I'm still missing a card. The Xbox version had a trophy for the cards. This would have been where we get the Platinum, but even though I already have it, let's go and take a look. It's the pause menu, kind of. Well, if I go to the right, television, I can watch the cutscenes. Jukebox, well, you can guess what that does. Right? Let's go back. Left. Huh. Can't even use it, even though I unlocked the special menu. Trading cards, well, that's the big one, isn't it? I'm missing one. I don't know, man. I can't even use the left side of this special menu. Center. Did you see that? Hang on one second. I'm gonna have to keep doing this. Look at the note. TV 35, JB 14, TC 26, PT 203. Remember those. Anyway, coverage photo. What are these? Oh my god! That's great! More coverage photos? Bonus? Huh. Were these real then? Was this for, like, behind the scenes work for getting stuff to put in the game? Nature? And I could view them as a slideshow, as you can see. Cityscape. This is awesome. So that's how they did it. Huh. But anyway, you saw the note, right? TV 35, right? Television. Epilogue. Let's take a look. I'm actually gonna have to watch the whole thing, so I'll skip ahead for your sanity. Okay, there we go. I watched the epilogue. Now remember, the next thing, and I'll go ahead and show this to you again, JB14. What's JB? Juke box. Miss Stiletto Heels, full version. Okay, it still plays. Yeah, we're good. Next, TC. Why, that can only mean... Actually, I think it was up there anyway, wasn't it? No, these were coverage photos. Trading card. And it said 26. 7, 14, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 26. Polly Oxford. Got it. And finally, I think I actually have to listen to this song until it loops, but we can let it play. Finally, PT203. So group 2, right? There's 4 photos. And then the third. Sounds to me like we solved ourselves a puzzle. Maybe I don't need to let the thing loop after all. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because I think I am. The White Room. I can't check the map. I can't press start. Let's go. Prepare to receive our final trading card. The very last one that would have gotten us a platinum, or whatever the equivalent is, on Xbox. We found him. We found him. Why? Why is he here? The true conclusion. It's Swery! With the red plant. Well, now to finish it all off. The director of this game. He created Deadly Premonition and was inspired by the small towns in the Northwest. He loves big hamburgers and can't live without ketchup. There are many Easter eggs about him hidden in the game. Try to find them all. I have no idea how I would do that. Maybe there's stuff with 65. I mean, there is the Swery 65 dart board, bar place. That's very obvious. But other stuff, though, I don't know. But look at him in this picture. He's got the red tree. He's got the upside down peace sign, which is actually the red tree anyway. We did it! We have the director of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is where the last achievement would ping on the Xbox. We have finished. We have completed Deadly Premonition. And this was a lot of fun. Well, we have done it. We have beaten and even platinumed Deadly Premonition, the Director's Cut. This was a very interesting experience. When I had first heard about this game, I had only really known about it as kind of a meme, with the janky controls, sometimes the awkward expressions on people's faces, like with the Sinner's Sandwich, where they go like, and their mouths just open up all weird. I thought that was a thing that was going to happen throughout the whole game. I was just waiting for it, like, oof, here it comes. It only happened the one time, so I don't know what that was. If that was just supposed to be funny with that bizarre waxwork early PS3 human look, or if that was going to be throughout the whole game, but that was the only part where they expressed shock. I don't know. But I very much enjoyed this, because even though the stuttering was quite frustrating, the whole weird, quirky character thing was leaning into Twin Peaks stuff. Everybody was weird on purpose. I love Michael doing those rhymes for Mr. Stewart, even though Mr. Stewart doesn't rhyme. I guess he just puts up with Michael enjoying being a poet. I don't know. There were a couple of parts in this game that, of course, one of them was, intentionally supposed to be uncomfortable. The whole reveal with Kaysen, that scene was ugly. And the other was the whole Psycho, Silence of the Lambs thing with Thomas. I don't know if I could say that hasn't aged well. I'm not sure how well that was considered to be even when it came out. Again, I don't know if we'll be seeing more stuff like that in newer sweary material, but there was a lot of really entertaining stuff in this. I was reminded of Yakuza in that side quests build up on each other and they give you more insight into secondary characters in the game. That was quite entertaining. There are multiple parts to side quests, like Sigourney's Pot or Lysander's Junkyard, things like that. The back and forth between Becky and Quint, I believe it was, to get your wrench. Stuff like that was pretty interesting. You know what threw me, though? This really bothered me. When, in the credits, you hear that the little girl, Emily, is actually named Louise. I was like, oh, okay. York just wanted to believe she was Emily. He saw her in his head or something. Okay, that's clever. But then, when I went back and edited the playthrough, I saw that about halfway through, like part 14 or something, you hear the mom call from another room, Emily, and that's the first time you hear her name. But the mom's calling her that. And even in the credits, the mom calls her by Emily, and the girl comes back and she says, hey mom, Grandpa was thinking I was Emily again. And she's like, well no, of course your name's Louise. Then why is the mom calling her Emily? That felt weird. Did she hear York and was humoring him or something? Because that was weird. I don't know what that was all about. And same thing actually goes for even the reveals of George and Kaysen being the bad guys. It's a twist, I'll give you that, but just like the Emily thing, how come nothing in their previous actions telegraphed this? I know Kaysen moved around with the red plant. Okay, there's that. But George really seemed to genuinely be trying to help prevent the murders from happening. Maybe not so much with Becky. Maybe he kind of fudged that to get it to happen. But Thomas was the one who was supposed to do the preventing first. And then he failed. And then George said, oh, I'll do it. And then it went wrong. Was Thomas also in on it? Because that's a pretty next level act to play. Did they set that up with each other going in? Or with the museum, when we were going to try to prevent, okay, I was going to say Carol, Diane from dying, George obeyed York and tried pushing the giant monument statue thing out of the way, but when that wouldn't work and York jumped to save her, George caught them, so the murder was prevented. But then the monument fell anyway by pure coincidence, and that involved Diane herself getting into position by pushing George away or something like that. There was something really weird where it did not look like George was in on that. And then at the end of the game, it was me all along. That felt weird. And same goes for Kaysen with his malicious plan with Emily, but he was actively trying not to have Emily with him. Like, York, maybe you should take her to the hospital, or at least come with us. No, you better go. Alright, I'll do it. Like, he had to be convinced? That was weird. I could see him playing a nice guy with those fake stories with Emily, as real as they seemed, but again, he resisted York's request to take Emily somewhere by himself. And then he was like, haha, you fool. I don't, like, what was that? Again, it's a twist that they're bad guys, but it didn't seem that there was really a build-up to it. It seemed like, all of a sudden, at the end, there has to be a twist for both of them. I don't know. I do find it amusing, though, that they both turned into giant supernatural demons. George turned into freaking Oni Akuma from Street Fighter, 4? And Kaysen was his whole other thing, where it becomes like a Devil May Cry tower and a lollipop chainsaw final boss fight. Is that how Twin Peaks Season 3 ended? That's how the series concluded? There was a giant demon? Was there something like that at the end? It's probably what happened. Okay, it's fine. But overall, I really do find this game entertaining, and the story was genuinely gripping. The whole dungeon and combat thing didn't really feel like it fit with anything else. The shadows, like, no, I don't want to die. Like, oh, what's their connection? I don't know. Were they murders? Were they Red Sea murder victims? I don't think they're anything. I had heard somewhere that they might have been added for the sake of being more entertaining as a video game to international audiences instead of just being the mystery part. But the mystery part was the best part by far. The shooting sections were, like, acceptable. Oh, there's an enemy. Boosh, got him. I don't know. But I did find the actual mystery part to be quite gripping, and when it felt like getting serious, it delivered. So that was most impressive. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching this playthrough. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I did playing it. Except for maybe where it stuttered, where neither of us enjoyed watching it because there was freezing and there was movement, but then it was back, and then we enjoyed watching and playing it again. And of course, special thanks to Julia and Gracia for selecting this game for me to play in the first place, and to Fakafan for the amazing title card. Whew, that sure was a fun experience, but you know what the next game's gonna be? It's gonna be number 150. I'm excited. Until next time, everyone.